Hey guys, welcome back to more AFK Arena. In today's video, we're over on the test server. The update is going live on global servers very soon after I upload this. And I just wanted to get this video out to talk about the new ways you can redeem the rewards in the Champions of Espira, and also the one from the Twisted Realm, which on this account I haven't done yet because I made a mistake on my free-to-play account on the test server and I didn't change the rewards when it was available. So I want to avoid you guys making that mistake and also just go through the options that we do have here. So let's get into it. Okay, so when we jump into the shop after the update, you're going to see this change rewards icon up in the top right. It is very important that you notice this and don't do what I did. I was on autopilot mode. I saw the red dot. I went into the shop. I just clicked collect, and it locked me in for the dust. Now, the thing about this is you will have the old Champions of Espira, so it will allow you to complete the previous collecting of dust that you had there, but then there will also be the normal Champions of Espira, which is going to be this new one, and also twisted bounties as well. This account that just doesn't have the twisted bounties yet. And yeah, like I said, I just went in and clicked collect, and then I didn't realize till later the change rewards thing was there. I feel like it would be a good thing for them to do, to implement the first collection of any reward in these events, because you can change it, to have a confirmation screen saying you can change it for these options, and put images, because if you have images in that confirmation screen, people will look and go, oh wait, maybe I should read this. But yeah, that's my one tip to them to do for this, because I got caught out. I know I spoke to Shazam. He got caught out on his account, which is in like chapter 32, and he got stuck with dust on the Champions of Espira when he's on chapter 32, which he could really use some red emblems. So if you take nothing else away from this video, click the change rewards if you want to change the rewards. Now, the reward options that we do have are still the dust, and then we also have the red stones, the gold stones, and the red chests. Sorry, purple stones. I'm colorblind. But basically for this, the two options for me are still dust and red chests. Pretty much like in every event, the purple and gold stones, because you can buy them for gold from the shop, even though it does take time and you may have a lot more heroes that you need to upgrade, I just feel like they're not what you want to go for. You know, I'm still waiting on someone to run the math. Like, this is too in-depth for me. I feel like there's going to be a mathematical point at which dust is still better for players, and then it changes over to red chests. But hey, basically for this one, if you feel like you're really strapped for dust and you need dust, I don't think it's horrible to go for it. And then red chests are never a bad idea in anything, so you can go ahead and get them. So when we look at the dust, I just want to give you some values of what we can get. So with the dust, I added this up. So as free to play, ignoring the paid rewards, for dust, you'll end up getting 5,625 dust and 143 of the 2-hour dust collections. So it is a lot of dust that you can get. And like I said, in the early game, until your whole team is 240, dust is an issue, so leveling up is important. However, due to the fact that in the later game, like say chapter 25-ish and later, you do start running into the situation where experience becomes the biggest issue. And with that in mind, I'm not sure whether early game, you know, when you're still at like level 180 or something like that, whether dust is still the best option, due to the fact that it's going to progress you faster through those early stages and get you more rewards as you go, or whether it's going to be more worth it to go ahead and change for the stones. So it's just that early sort of game stage where I'm unsure on dust versus stones, but I feel like once you move a bit later in the game, stones are definitely going to be the better one. Sorry, when I say stones, I mean the red chests. And as you can see with the premium pass here, you are getting 37,500 dust plus 143 8-hour dust timers. So this can be a real boost to an account that is in those early stages to get you pushing further with higher levels. So the dust to me is still a great option, especially for the early game players, and if you are spending as well, because you're getting a lot out of it. However, when we go to the red chests, now the red chests, you get a lot of singles you get as free to play, and then you get a few that have 4. So for the red chests as free to play, you're going to get 37 of these. So 37 red chests, like I said, they're always valuable. They're like the hardest thing to get in the game. So 37 of them, take your pick. It's not a huge amount, but as you chip away, when you look at that, it's going to take what, like 8 or 9 months to get something maxed out as free to play. That's why I still think in the early game, Dust might win out. So on my free to play account, like I said, I didn't get the chance to change it because I didn't look. I'm not sure what I actually would have gone for if I had the time to look at it and choose. I think I would have gone red emblems, keeping in mind my free-to-play account is still 1 hero, 2 heroes I think at 220 and the rest at 200. So I'm still in that leveling phase where Dust is very important. But I think I probably would have gone the red emblems, even though, like I said, it's only 37 of them. You know, they're just so hard to get, so stockpiling them now for me is what I'd want to do. Plus, it's always fun to max out something signature item and get the added effects. So the fun factor comes into it as well for me. But yeah, and then if we look at unlocking the premium pass, you can see you're going to get 153 here for 25. This is Australian dollars. I'm assuming it's 15 US dollars. And on the live servers, I've just got it open on my phone here, to buy a pack that has 10 of the chests, it costs $15 Australian, which I'm assuming is $10. So in US dollars, I believe it's $10. Don't quote me, but it's looking at about $1 US per red chest. So for spenders, this is good value. I feel like they're going to make a lot of money out of this, because anyone in the like late to end game, I feel like is going to go ahead and purchase this, because the upgrade of your heroes is just too important to lose out on for this. So yeah, there's that one. But basically, make sure you can see that and change it if you want. I think I'd still just go red emblems to start stockpiling them, but I can still see Dust as being a decent option. And then the purple and gold stones, if I hear something like someone does math and they're like ridiculous value and it's worth it, I'll make a video about it. But for now, I'd skip them. I'd skip them. Dust or emblems, leaning towards emblems for everyone, but early game, maybe Dust. Okay, so here we are over on my free-to-play account, which, as you can see, I missed the opportunity to go ahead and change it, so we did get the experience. However, experience still isn't too bad. Like I said, towards the end of the game, experience does become the issue, so I'm happy to stockpile on a fair bit of experience anyway. So the other options that you can get from this one, which I don't have up here, are gold, which I would never change to. Just gold is just a big no-no to me. Experience is more important than gold, in my opinion. You can get gold, especially if you manage it pretty well. It's not the end of the world. And then we also do have Po coins, which are used for your furniture summons. And then we also have Twisted Essence. So for this one, I feel like the main two choices are going to be Experience and Twisted Essence. I'll show you the Po coin. Unfortunately, I only have the exchange images. But as you can see, for the Po coins, 22k upon the purchase. It's not really, that really doesn't excite me too much, 22k Po coins, especially with the way we have the Misty Valley now. It does give you a stable supply of Po coins. I know it's not the best, but still it's decent. Now, the one I want to look at is going to be this one here, which is going to be the Twisted Essence. The reason being, there's no real stable way of obtaining heaps of Twisted Essence. As you can see, when you purchase it, you do get a fair heap. And the thing about Twisted Essence is, if we jump over here and we go over to the wrong place, to the Elder Tree, Twisted Essence gives a lot of stats, so you can just keep upgrading these things and it gives a lot of stats. And because they're percentage based stats, obviously the haste isn't, but all the other stats being percentage based is very big bonuses, especially once you start scaling higher. So this thing makes a huge difference to your account as you start upgrading these trees. Obviously, you have to have enough heroes at the highest ascension to be able to keep upgrading this, but it does become very important. As you can see, at this stage of my free-to-play account, I got heaps of Twisted Essence, so it doesn't seem like an issue. But once I get a few more ascended heroes, that essence is going to disappear very quickly, and like I said, you're going to lose those stat buffs. So definitely, I think it's between experience and Twisted Essence. If you're not too stressed about competing, maybe experience will help you more. Like, experience does become that break point moving on into later in the game. For my free-to-play account, for instance, I think I would have just stuck to experience for this one for now. Especially anyone looking at, like, so if the thing about here, if we go into the Legends Championship down here, I feel like every end game player is going to be straight taking the option of going the Twisted Essence, because in this competition here, levels don't count, so you don't need that experience. So, you know, if you're at the point of getting in here, which a very small percentage of player base are, obviously the fact that your essence is really going to count towards your stats up here, whereas this ain't going to count too much for levels because they all scale. It's going to be the best option. So for this one, basically, when we look at it, Champions of Espira, Dust or Red Emblems. And then for this one, it's going to be Experience or the Twisted Essence are going to be the options that I'd look at. Once again, if someone does a great mathematical post on Reddit, looking at you, White Sushi, but if anyone does do one, I'll cover it, because it's just the amount of math that would be involved. It's over my head. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it. Big takeaway, don't forget to click it and change it, and don't miss out like I did. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.